Hey, what's going on? Guess what? Guess what? I ain't got no life. Actually, I went to somebody's house and goofed around, and then I didn't get done what I wanted to. So, guess what? I decided to go on for a little bit, I guess. So, get something done. All I was gonna do is clean up something, but so I would thought might as well turn you guys on. Turn you on. I can do some feedback through my TV up there, my monitor. Right? Probably should turn that off, right? Alright, so you guys can talk to me if you like. At least text me. What's going on? That's a real dad's garage. That's a real mess. I come down here to find some wheel weights. I was working on, had a barrel of wheel weights that for my balancer that I like sorted out a few last year, 2 years ago. It might have been 3 years ago, and so anyways, I sorted them out. And last night I got tired of running from here to there. There's right over there where my bins are at, where I put the wheel weights at, and then you know, I left them in the road, and so I'm blind as a bat. Believe it or not, I am cleaning this up a little bit. It might not look like it, but I am. So right now I'm looking for my glasses that probably either left right here in front of you guys, or my bench, which is right there. Where this is the middle of the week, and I'm chilling down from a big busy Monday, right? So anyways, do you guys see my glasses in here? Because yeah, I said I was right here working, and then it was like I had to go to work today, and so they gotta be like here. I'm not seeing them. So yeah, I'm supposed to be working on this engine, so I really am. I'm trying to clean this bottom half of the case off a little bit. Well, guess what? What I found. See, somebody just done knocked my stuff off, and these were prescription safety glasses, and they're like $300, and so they're like way back over out of the way. At least they're not broken. Kicked out of the way instead of, being kind enough to, not make a mess out of whatever was going on last. I usually just move the person before. I just move their stuff over a little bit. I don't just knock it all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it could have been an accident. All right. Just wondering, how do I look? Do I look good, bad now? I did trim myself for you guys, so I look a little bit more presentable. I don't look like some old man hermit. You know what I'm saying? I don't look like some old hermit. According to the weatherman, listen to the weatherman, we're going to get dumped on some more snow, and I really don't believe it. Sorry. The last two storms that we got that were supposed to be 9 to 12 inches were only 3 and 3. 3 and 3. This is last time I checked in school. This is 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 is 6. So 3 and 3 doesn't add up to 9 or 12 inches. So you might want to, if you're into the weather, and you know those guys that get paid a amount of money and stand in front of the TV and they tell you what the weather's going to be like, flip them, that, and tell them they need to go back to school and count, because it's never what they say it is. Unless it's, I walk out the door and it's, I don't know what that means, state and city. I'm in the state of Michigan. Up in this corner. So anyways, yeah. So that's kind of what I got going on. I've just got to clean up a few things, and thought I'd turn it on. Really haven't got into the content stuff yet. But anyways, you guys want to hang out, you're welcome to hang. If you don't, there's got to be somebody else that's doing live video tonight that you can talk to. Maybe if you're lucky. Yeah. It's getting nice and warm in here. I got a toasty roasty. If I should turn the heat off, it's working its way to the bottom of the floor right as we speak. Yeah. How's everybody's day going in YouTube land? Guys, doing all right after a big day's worth of work? Huh? Everybody surviving after a day's worth of work? You might be able to hear me a little bit better now. A little. Now that all the noise is off in the background. I wish I had a washing machine that could wash parts for me, because I would throw this guy in there, put it on warm, and see how it came out. It's probably what we should try to do with one of the dishwashers we pick up. See if it'll work for cleaning parts up. When you get done with it, you can just throw it away, right? Anybody ever try to make a parts washer out of a dishwasher? Ever anybody do that? You know, you're take it up to your house, and your wife's new new dishwasher, just throw some of your greasy parts in there and see how it works. That would go over a hit, probably good, pretty good. I'm sure that would be a hit. I don't know if I've ever heard of anybody doing that. I know occasionally you'll hear about somebody using the waste toothbrush to clean parts with, but not so much the dishwasher. I'm still here. Still hiding. I know a few of you guys are still on there. Bless your heart. Bless your heart to you. Two of you guys decided you weren't going to abandon me yet, huh? Not yet. Yeah, this is this diet beer. It's like between the aerosol spray that I'm using and this, you might get a little of a little buzz. Not much though. Yep. I didn't hear anything where anybody was from yet, so I tend to do that 2 or 3 times. See if anybody will tell me where they're from. Sometimes they tell me. Sometimes they want to keep it a secret. I'm almost done, by the way, in case you wonder if this is going to last a long time. Now, I would have got done with it last night, but said I was supposed to be down here a couple hours ago, and instead of start talking to somebody and you know, when you start talking to people, then they talk back, and then when they talk back some more, and before you know it, time goes by. So anyways, I need to make a few more of these little bins to put my wheel weights in. Not much though, because the only way I can separate them out is separate them out. Is that a word? Is that a word? Yeah. It's like a booby trap in here. I have these glasses on and then I can't see because they're kind of in the road. Any questions from anybody out there? Any questions? Any questions? Said I still have a few things I worked on last year, and they worked pretty good, and then they failed, and so they got to revisit them. Maybe just fuel related, but I usually use wintertime to do all those things like that, because, well, between work and shoveling snow, working and shoveling snow, that's when I have time to do that stuff, I guess. I think that's the time I'm doing it. And I can also finish up that last in the bit of the last project I finished off in the spring. It's not quite done. It's close, but not really done to what I consider a finished project. But yeah. Did anybody tune in for the video the other day at all? Still up? Alright. Yeah, we got like a dozen left here. Dozen wheel weights left. If I only got one person watching still. Got 4 of you guys. What is going on? Time to clean up. Well, you know, it's an ongoing thing. It really is an ongoing cleanup. But I cleaned a lot of garbage. It was like in here on the floor. Stuff from like when we were taking stuff apart. So it ended up on the floor. So I got the vacuum down and vacuumed all that out. But I got little bins of stuff that's been here for a while. We'll say it's been here for a while. So we got to keep going on a little bit, and then I'm sure I'll take a break and get back to the snowmobile engine. Right now I'm cleaning the other bottom half of the grease and oil and stuff like that off it. And so anyways, it's best, you know, it's easier to do a video with live content, so you guys can tell you can can follow along, and then I can just talk instead of do something. I don't like to talk, as you could tell. So I ended up having to take. I was going to run the live camera outside. It's there's like a new sticker up there. Add questions and answers sticker, something or other, something or other. I don't know whose idea. It's probably some nonsense Google comes up with. Google thinks that they know what's going on. They send all these questionnaires out to all these YouTube guys, big channel guys, and as far as I knew, I thought that they told me a couple of them. Like I don't talk to all of them. Most of the time, they don't answer them. They just they're like whatever. And I definitely don't answer them because it's they want to pay us for answering their questionnaires. And then it'd probably be a different thing. But they obviously say no, they want to get it for free. So nada. So I'm working on a surprise, but I can plug it in now. But I opened up the door and lost my other end. But I might now be able to get to it anyways because somebody done. Yeah, I get, you need lots of space. Everybody needs lots of space. Everybody needs lots of space. But, stretch out. I need all this room around me to work. Can you saunt them? I got lights in here now. I got some little decoration lights up in the you can see them in the background up here. Yeah. That section just went dead on me. I'm gonna have to figure out. Me and you are gonna have to figure out how to fix these Christmas lights, because about 8 foot of it works, and then 8 foot doesn't. 8 foot works, 8 foot doesn't. So it's one of those bulbs, whatever to the effect. But and I got some more for the other side too. I don't know. It's kind of like if I got a camera in here, I got to swoop them down, or you guys can't see other than I point the camera at the ceiling. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's going to do any festus, but can't hurt, right? You know what I'm saying? All right, we're into 23 minutes into this, and I really wasn't. I was trying to do like 16 minutes or something again, just to give you guys up to date what's going on. If you like, you can always do that thing that everybody asks you to do, and if you don't want to do it, I don't get you, but at least write it down where we're at. You know what I'm saying? At least write it down, so you never know. You might find this old guy that got it trimmed himself up a little bit some night after about this time, just talking away, and maybe you got questions for me and answers. I don't know if I have answers for you though. Yeah, we're gonna keep cleaning away, and then we're gonna try to get back on this. If I get this case half cleaned up, then I can get back onto it. Now, I'm not going to get back onto it until I get it clean. It's got to be clean. Not brand new clean, but clean. Yeah. I've waited 3 years to get it this far. So what's one more day? Or 2 more days? But adios. Hey, nice talking to you. You guys can always text, man. I mean, if you can't, I wish we could do one of those things where if you're in another country and you can't understand what I'm talking about, or you can't see what I'm doing or whatever, you could communicate with me. The translator was. Yeah, sometimes there's a translator after the fact, because I'll take this down and wait a day and then put it back up. I tried that the other day. I tried to take it down and then put it back up the next day in case, like, like you had to work tomorrow. You're as lucky as I am that, you didn't have to work tomorrow. Just in case you didn't know that, I have Tuesdays off. So, oh, what do I do on my Tuesday? Did you ask me that? Well, change. I chase trains around here. We just got one train comes in every Tuesday. So when it comes in, I follow them around, take some pictures, put them on my channel, and then it just keeps me moving. As you get older, you just got to you find reasons to keep moving. You know what I'm saying? You can't go home, sit on the couch, binge, eat, and watch YouTube videos. You can, but it's not healthy for you. You need to keep moving and grooving. You know what I'm saying? Nice talking to you. Appreciate your time. Don't remember you didn't comment at the bottom. If you don't comment here, I don't even know who you are. So you're welcome to leave any kind of comments. Of course, if they're nasty, I probably will delete them. But I've heard them, a few of them so far. Bye bye for now.